Just as in the crisis over Megxit when she insisted that the Sussexes' departure from Britain was overseen by Prince Charles, the Queen was again demonstrating that she had her own red lines. And since the Prince of Wales was also at Windsor, along with the Duchess of Cornwall, where he was standing in for his mother to distribute Mondi money to community figures, there were no logistical obstacles. Today all sides agree that if there is to be a reconciliation between Harry and his family, then these meetings were a crucial first step. It is understood that Harry and Meghan met Charles around 10 a.m. for 15 minutes. According to a source, Camilla joined the meeting midway through. Charles and Camilla then left the castle together for St. George's. In many ways this was the most important of the two meetings. Harry and his father have been barely speaking in recent months. He heavily criticized Charles in last year's toxic interview with Oprah Winfrey for failing to adequately support him, and also accused him, wrongly, of cutting him off financially. And Charles is said to be deeply concerned about Harry's memoirs, due to be published later this year, which he fears will be used to settle more scores. Against such a background, he was understandably anxious about yesterday's meeting with Harry. As one long-standing friend of his told me, he loves his son and he has been broken-hearted by everything that has taken place, although he fears history repeating itself with Harry just as it did with Princess Diana. But he also wants to keep the door open and keep talking, something he still regrets not doing with Diana. After saying their farewells to Charles, Harry and Meghan moved on to the Queen's private apartment, where I am told the atmosphere was a lot less edgy. Even though she has been both mystified and at times upset by many of Harry's words and deeds in the past 2 years, her grandson is something of a favorite. He has always had the ability to make her laugh and she loves that about him, says a companion. To this day, whenever she hears that Harry is on the phone, her eyes light up. It can be no coincidence, therefore, that for once Harry and Meghan's social media cheerleaders have been unusually quiet about the content of both meetings. Not leaking details is being seen as a way of getting some trust back into the relationship, I am told. Besides, the Duke of Cambridge has been his brother's biggest critic, dismayed by allegations of bullying of royal staff and of claims of racism, and as a result a rift has opened up between them. He has not seen Harry since the two jointly unveiled the statue of their mother outside Kensington Palace last July, and contact since has been sporadic. He doesn't like talking about Harry, says a friend of the Duke. He says it gives him a headache. The breach between them is an open wound that has still not remotely begun to heal. William is especially uneasy about Harry's book deal amid fears that both he and his wife Kate will be in the crosshairs. He understands the need for reconciliation and all that, but at the same time he worries about his father being ambushed by Harry. It is understood Harry and Meghan arrived in Britain on Wednesday after an overnight British Airways flight from Los Angeles. It is thought they did not bring their children, Archie, 2, and 10-month-old Lilibet, who the Queen has still not met. They were driven to Frogmore, where they spent Wednesday night ahead of yesterday's meetings. After his failure to attend his grandfather's memorial service last month, amid an ongoing legal row with the Home Office over the removal of his police protection, Harry's offer to visit the Queen was being viewed as an olive branch. Though it remains to be seen if it was a genuine wish for a rapprochement. This has been a deeply troubling time for the royal family, and the Queen would dearly love to put the recent bitterness behind her. Would she love to see Harry on the Buckingham Palace balcony during the Platinum Jubilee events? Of course, but she knows there has to be reassurance on all sides for that to happen. In other hand, a former supporter of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has told GB News that he is really disappointed in how the couple have behaved. Albia Mancona, who co-founded Conservatives Against Racism, said that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had made some very poor decisions that have damaged relations with the royal family. The activist said he had been a really big fan initially of the couple but felt let down by them. He said, "I was a really big fan initially of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex when they first got together. But, I have to say I have been really disappointed in the way they have behaved over the last 2 years." Mr. Amancona added, "I wish this situation would get better, but unfortunately I don't see that happening." He agreed with GB News presenter Nana Akua, who praised the couple for finally coming but questioned why they did not bring their 2 children. She said, "The Queen has lost some mobility and it would have been nice if they would just introduce her grandchild that they have named after her."